Hello guys, Chris here and welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm going to be testing a GeForce RTX 3060 laptop GPU in The Crash of Us Part 1, or The Last of Us. I actually installed the Nvidia hotfix driver, which supposedly fixes the crashing issues on RTX 30 series GPUs in this game, so I really hope we don't see that 3070 fiasco all over again in this video, especially because this GPU only has 6 GB of memory, so yeah. Anyways, we're not overclocking it as usual. You can see all of its specs right here in Tech Power-Up's GPU Z. Resizable bar is also enabled, and this one is a 120 watt version of the card, which I can actually downclock to 95 watts, or down TDP, down power, down what? Down what to? Anyways, you get what I mean, right? Yeah, we have 6 GB of GDDR6 right there, and over on the left, I am pairing it with the i5-11400H in 16 GB of RAM, DDR4, 3200 MHz in dual channel. This is a Minisforum PC, the NUC Xi5 that I'm running here, but it performs exactly the same as a laptop with these specs. So let's get right into it, shall we? We're playing at 1080p resolution to start this off, native without DLSS, but I will also test DLSS, of course, and we are playing it at the medium settings preset. The game actually defaulted to high with low textures in this one, I believe, but the low textures look so terrible in this one that you should definitely at least use medium textures, if not high. If it runs okay, I will actually bump that up to high. Alright guys, here we are. I needed to install the latest version of MSI Afterburner, so the CPU readings are accurate, because in the menu it was getting like 5% usage on the CPU, and I got to the game and I saw 5% usage again, and I was like, I smell something fishy, and it was the PC braining itself, because it's actually at 90% usage. A 6-core, 12-thread CPU is running at 90% in The Last of Us Part 1, a linear single-player title. Like, what? That's absolutely insane to me. Also, I played through the story a little bit off camera. Actually, it was on camera. I recorded the entire thing on the 3070 laptop, but the footage from the capture card was just so stuttery and broken, I don't know why, that it's not usable. I'm sorry, I can't upload that video, alright? FPS are dropping from 60 FPS. Averages were at 69 just now. And you know what I'm noticing? The CPU and the GPU are like the ideal pairing for each other, because in an ideal world you would want 100% usage on all of your components so you can take advantage of them fully. You know, that never happens obviously, and usually you would prefer to have 100% GPU usage. Damn it, I don't have bullets on the gun here. Wait, let's go with the revolver. Maybe I can actually stealthily kill these guys. Stuttering a little bit too much, guys. Oh, I used the shiv. I didn't mean to use the shift. The guy's just oblivious. Oh my god. Who did this? I did this. Let's go. Stealth kill the bastard. There we go. That's nice. It's too stuttery, guys, by the way. I wonder if that's because of the RAM or the VRAM. Like, the VRAM is maxed out for sure, but I've seen this game utilizing up to 24 gigabytes of RAM, and only having 16 it's a bit of a deal breaker, actually. Also, Nvidia Optimus is disabled. We don't even have a battery on this mini PC, so keep that in mind. If you have Nvidia Optimus enabled in your laptop, FPS are gonna be even lower, which yeah, it's not good. It's not ideal, you know? Let me just see. Ooh, there are some reflections. Yes. Oh my god, the reflections on medium are looking awful. Holy! Now, this is actually fake tracing, as I like to call it. It's not real ray tracing, even though you can see yourself in the mirror, you know? But it's really low quality as well. Yeah, it's just Cube Maps reflections, I think. Okay, you know what? I am gonna try to play it on low. Like, again, I think it defaulted to high with low textures, right? Yes, exactly. This is the default settings, high with low textures. It still goes over the VRAM limits a little bit, but Using these settings, it looks awful, dude. It's insane how bad it looks for a AAA title with the low textures. So I'm just gonna apply that, restart the game, look at that. Oh, still loading though. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna restart just to make sure that it fully applies everything. Then I'll show you how it looks. And then we're gonna move on to like low with high textures, because medium wasn't enjoyable. All right, so this is high settings with low textures. Here we go. Yeah, those didn't really load. Oh God, no, this is the actual look of the brickwork. Oh, damn it, dude. No, it breaks the immersiveness of the game. Look at that. And it's still maxing out the VRAM usage. Look at that, 5.9 gigabytes. It might very well be maxed out at this point. And it still stutters a lot. Look at that frame time graph. It still has low FPS, drops from 60. All right, so I don't like this. I don't like it. I'm not enjoying the experience. I'm gonna set it to low again and do high textures. Even if that uses a heck of a lot of VRAM, as you can see, 7.2 gigabytes. We got a better chance of playing the game like this, I believe. And I'll try it with like an FPS lock as well. Maybe that will work, but yeah. Pretty much everything else looks pretty decent on low, aside from like reflections in the water, for example. And the textures on high make a huge difference, as you can see. They're still not really great textures, you know, but yeah, you can tell that it looks way better, right? Anyways, I'm gonna restart to fully apply again. All right, here we go. Start counting those frames. GPU usage is still maxed out, as you can see. It still stutters though, even though everything is on low aside from textures. And you just can't. If you would like to play this on low, by the way, I totally discourage you to do that, because on low settings, everything, it's just awful looking, guys. It probably looks worse than the PS3 version. You know, it's not comparable because this is a remake that was made for the PS5, then ported to the PC, I know. But it does look worse than the original 2013 PS3 version, which is so stupid to me. I mean, this is an RTX 3060 laptop version, 6 gigabytes of VRAM, and it can't play this game with high textures, as you can see. It's not playable. This is completely awful. It is a stuttery mess. It's not the CPU anymore. It's just the texture. So we actually need to play it and test it here today with the absolute lowest settings, unfortunately. Look at that. We are now below the VRAM requirements. Finally, if we set every single setting to low. Damn, that's crazy. And this happens, by the way. Oh, God, look, it's so bad. Oh, no. Okay, I'm just gonna restart. I'm sorry about all of the restarts here today, guys, but it's something that we need to do to make sure that we find some playable settings without too much stuttering. Next step is actually locking the FPS, okay? The frame time graph is definitely kind of terrible, but it doesn't feel bad here. I can still feel a few stuttering issues sometimes, but it's rare. On high textures, it was going down to like 9 FPS, 1% lows. So yeah, it looks just terrible, of course. Like, there is no texture whatsoever in that shirt, you know? Like, it's really bad looking, but it's the only way to play this without too many stutters. It's still stuttering, though. It's still stuttering. The 2066 gigabyte was actually fairly smooth and super playable, and that's also a 6 gigabyte card. That should be just slightly lower performance than this one, actually. But the fact that we had 32 gigabytes of RAM in that system saved the little 2060, because whenever you run out of VRAM, it starts utilizing system RAM to make up for it. And whenever you run out of system RAM, which is definitely happening here, even on low settings, that's where it's going to start using your disk to dump those textures and information into. And the disk is much slower than RAM and VRAM, obviously. I'm using an NVMe PCI Express 3.0 SSD here, so it's not the slowest thing, you know, it's not the slowest SSD, it's not a hard drive, and it still stutters quite a lot. The thing is, we are actually 100% CPU bound using the low settings. So, Jesus Christ, what the hell are they doing, dude? All right, wait. What? It took so long for him to shoot there, or for the sound to come off of the gun. I don't understand. Anyway, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Damn it. Let's go. I can't really waste a ton of bullets. Shot in the ass. There we go. Oh, good job, guys. I didn't know that we could do that, actually. Come on. 69 FPS average, by the way. But at this point, it's not really the GPU's performance that we're seeing here. Again, it's a CPU bottleneck. You have an 11th gen CPU coupled with the 3060 laptop. This is how it's gonna work. If you have like a 10th gen CPU, it's gonna be even worse, obviously. And I guess a Ryzen 5000 series CPU should be similar to this. What should we do? Should we try lowering the VRAM usage even further with DLSS? Because that works, you know. It's a couple of 100 megahertz less right now because it renders the game at 720p. It's gonna look even worse now. I mean, it depends on the look that you're after. If you prefer a sharper look, DLSS will give you that compared to native res. It's a little bit softer at native. Let's go. Come on. Somehow they're missing everything. Like, I'm standing right there. They didn't hit a single shot, dude. It's so weird how these games work sometimes. Anyway, let's go, Ellie. Let's go this way. All right, let's grab some ammo from these guys. See, it is playable. It's just not the most enjoyable thing in the world. Far from it. All right. Let's grab this pipe here. Ooh. Should we play a little 8-ball over here, guys? Ellie, do you want to play? We have a little bit of moment of silence right now. We could enjoy ourselves a little bit here. You know, I've been playing this on the phone a lot, actually, while waiting for shaders to install and stuff like that in this game. Yeah. Also, interestingly, now that we're using DLSS, the VRAM usage is not maxed out, and the RAM usage is at 14 gigabytes, not at 15 point something anymore, but it's still too stuttery to my taste, guys. I think it is because of the CPU bottleneck. So to ease out the CPU bottleneck a little bit, I am now going to limit this to 60 frames per second. All right. Hopefully this is going to be a little bit better looking. Ooh, look at that frame time. That is nice now. Okay. We might have fixed the stutters, or at least some of them. Interesting. If you enable VSync, frame time is not as smooth as with Rivet Tuner. But it is smooth anyways, and now we don't have tearing, or we shouldn't have tearing whatsoever. So I'm going to go with VSync for the FPS lock here, guys, okay? Feels pretty good, even though the 1% lows are fluctuating a little. It does feel nice here, all right? Okay, next I think I will test it out with high textures, low settings, and the FPS lock to see how it goes. But since we will be VRAM and RAM limited, then it will still stutter like hell. It is already stuttering because we are not getting 60 stable FPS, you know. So we gotta lock it to a little bit lower than like 40. I saw 49. I'm gonna try like 45. Okay. Oh boy! No! 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 Finally, they hit something. Also, much more stable at 45 FPS. You just gotta lock the FPS to the minimum that you see with your eyes, not the 1% lows, because 1% lows are usually wrecked. Okay, let's go this way then. Let's do this. Oh boy! No! Come on, come on. It's super stable now, look at that. Wow. So a lot of the stuttering was caused by the CPU being completely maxed out. Now it's loading some things, so it stutters, of course. How many times have I said stutters today? Jesus. Right, we're outside of the city now, finally. This is great. Getting those 45 frames per second stable, locked 100% of the time. It's pretty nice. Even here, we're seeing like a lot of vegetation in that direction. It's not dropping, so that's all right. But we are really underutilizing our 3060. Look at that, it's at 40%, so we need to increase the graphics now. You know what, I will keep DLSS enabled just because it lowers the VRAM usage by a little bit, and I will recommend everybody with a 6GB card to enable it. Let's try it on medium with high textures again. Oh boy. okay. I really want it to be playable and stable at 45 frames per second with these settings, okay? Oh, it looks so much better, dude. If we find a way to play the game without major issues, that's how I'd play it. Okay, here we go. GPU usage is still super low because of DLSS, I would say. It's rendering the game 720p internally. Couple of stutters already. Oh, damn. Maybe it's loading something since we just started here, okay? So if you have 16 gigabytes of RAM, if you have 6 gigabytes of VRAM and a 3060 laptop, I strongly recommend you to lock the FPS to like 45. 60 won't do it. As you saw previously, we were on the lowest settings and it still dropped from 60 by quite a bit. So the best bet is 45, so you have that smooth, buttery smooth frame time graph that doesn't even move whatsoever. You know what? At least it is not crashing whatsoever. So it's not the crash of us anymore after installing the hotfix driver. That definitely fixed it for 30 series GPUs. Seriously? We're gonna go through here? Like, couldn't we search the woods or something? That would be nice. Oh, damn, that is looking awful. Like, those little black dots on the backpack. What the hell are those? It's probably DLSS. Guess we should try it without DLSS now. Oh, damn it. Look at this. DLSS, it's yellow. Without DLSS, it's red. It's only a couple of 100 megabytes again, but maybe it makes a difference. I don't know. This is native res now. No more black dots on the backpacks, which is nice. Let's see Ellie over here. Yeah, that's looking all right. Like native 1080p. Should we go this way, Ellie? I mean, yeah. Oh my god, what the hell? Okay. If it wasn't loading anything, it might very well be the VRAM bar being red, the cause of this. It's just completely running out of VRAM and RAM at the same time. RAM is maxed out as well, so it's that, guys, okay? Yeah, you gotta have more RAM. If you really want to play this, it's gonna be okay with 32 gigabytes. With 16, maybe I would skip it, unless you want that 45 FPS experience with DLSS. Then it's probably gonna be okay. Just gonna unlock the FPS to see how much we would get here. Now that we disabled VSync, it's going over 60 frames per second by a little bit-ish. I really don't know what I'm doing. Why am I swimming here? I don't see any way out. Go down. Oh, yes. Oh, I see. Oh my god, that's just because of loading the cutscene again. But okay. Okay. We figured it out. It just took me a bit too long there, but we figured it out. Also, damn, that's so terrible. It's so unstable if you unlock the FPS. It's just not fun whatsoever. And frame rate limit that to 45 again and play until the next checkpoint, I guess. And that's gonna be it for the 3060 laptop video. It's not good unless you have 32 gigabytes. If you do, it's gonna be okay. There we go, Ellie. Every time. Every single time, right? Let's go. Buddy Sam, you can come with us as well. What the heck? Can I go around? Will you guys pick me up again? Oh my god, no! I thought it was gonna be smooth throughout. Every time something happens, it just goes to hell. I don't recommend this, guys. I really don't recommend this. Anywho, thanks very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope it was informative. And I'll be back soon with another one. As always, love you all. Bye-bye.